Marshall Motoart, and today we're going to show you how to install our Gull Wing door kit for the Polaris RZR. Really nice kit, super solid door, gives you full access getting in and out, and it's probably the coolest looking door that I've seen. So let's get started. Our first step is to remove the door bar. I've already pulled the bolts, so basically there's a bolt here and a bolt here. You'll just remove those, the bar will lift off. One real nice thing about our kit is you can still use this bar if you choose in conjunction with the door. The other thing, we'll go ahead and remove our seat. So now we'll go ahead and install the door latch assembly. Just go ahead and bolt this bolt here. The bracket just slips right over where your side door bar was. Run that back in. Then you attach the striker for the door. I made this so that you can adjust the height of this pin if you need to, in case your cage is a little bit off. Basically all you're going to do there is add a couple of shims here to raise the pin. So you do have some adjustability there. That goes in place. And then this is your rubber bumper. Basically what this does is just hold against the striker so that your door doesn't rattle. And you can adjust this too by putting shims behind the bumper if you need to. And if over time the rubber breaks down a little bit, you can add a couple shims, but we use a really heavy duty rubber bumper on it, so you shouldn't have any problems. And basically once I get that tight, that part's done. So this is our upper door brace. This is what the door hangs from. One nice thing about this, it actually adds stiffness and rigidity to your cage. By no means is this designed, for a rollover or anything like that, nor is the cab frame that comes on the RZR. But it does add quite a bit of stiffening and make your cage quite a bit stiffer. So this just basically sets in here, rests up like that, and then you take your bolt, put it down through, and we'll reposition and put the brackets that hold it on. So now we'll put in our bottom bracket, and there's a spacer that goes in place. So you put the spacer in, and then your bracket just comes up between. There's a little bit of a juggle there. And then we'll go ahead and put on the washer and the nut. Get that basically set like that in place, and then we'll do the back one. So now this is just like the front mount. You put your bolt through, then put your spacer in place, your backing plate. Goes in place just like that. And then what I like to do is kind of get everything close, not tight yet, but start getting it close. So make sure the brackets push firmly against the cab frame. So we're snug but not completely tight yet. And then that'll allow us to position the back one the same manner. So make sure everything sits flush. You want to make sure here that it's sitting flush and flush. Same thing here, it's up tight against the cab frame. You want to tighten that until it's completely tight and it squeezes that spacer that's inside the middle there. So now your upper bar mount's in, gives you a good nice place to hang your door from and stiffens your cage up some. So now we'll put the bracket that holds the gas strut that lifts the Gull Wing door. It just goes right into the factory holes where your side door bar went before. He's in there. This bracket is also slotted, so you can do some adjusting as far as the final height of the door. So it's slotted, so you can adjust that or adjust the end play on the stroke. So just put that in place. I'm probably going to set it right about the middle for now. So for latching on our door, we use genuine auto lock bear claw latches. These are extremely high quality, they're very expensive, and they do an awesome job. We'll go ahead and attach the handle. It just makes it easier for you to get in and out with having a big handle to pull on. And those just two screws in there. Put on your nuts and bolts and tighten those up. So now you got your handle to actuate the bear claw. Those just go back in here now. Use these Allen bolts, there's 3 of them. We also slotted it here so that you can adjust the final resting position. It'll slot basically where the door centers when it's latched. Again, not all these machines are identical, so we make things adjustable so that you can adjust it to fit your machine exactly the way it needs to. So now that's the inside part, the latching mechanism's in, and we're ready to hang the door. So now we're ready to hang our doors. You take your fine thread bolts with the brass washers. Put those in place. Put a washer in between as well. We use the brass so that it has something nice and smooth to slide on. Go in like that. This can be a little bit tricky. It's just a little bit awkward. Just line it up with the existing bolt holes. Slides back in that way. Then you take another brass washer on the other side, and we've got a nylock nut. Goes in place. Do the same thing on the back side. And then you'll go ahead and tighten these. When you tighten them, what I do is tighten them all the way tight first, then go ahead and back them off just a little bit and make sure the door moves nice and freely, because you want these tight, but you don't want them too tight. So it's kind of a balance. You just have to play with it just a little bit. That's why we did the fine thread, so you can get a real fine adjustment and get them set in perfect. So we'll tighten those up, and then basically the door's hung. So now we'll go ahead and install the ball mount that the gas struts pivot on. You've got a longer one and a shorter one. The shorter one goes up here on the top. So it just goes right in this tab here. And then the longer one goes in the bracket that we installed earlier. So it just installs. Tighten those up, and then we'll be ready to install our gas strut. So now we're ready to install our gas struts. These go on so that the big part of the shaft goes up and the little rod goes down. So basically we'll just clip this in. They just kind of slide over and lock in place. Lift the door up. Make sure they're all clipped on there really good. And next we'll be ready to lower it and adjust the center of our latch. So remember how I said each machine's a little bit different, so we have adjustments we have to make to fit the doors to your machine. So we've got it done. We bring the door down now. I can see that the striker needs to come up a little bit, and this needs to slide back. So we're in the full back position. We'll set this, and then we will get the door out of our way, and we will put a couple washers to space this up, and so that the striker makes contact the way that it should. So now we've got our door adjusted the way we need it. We can go ahead and reinstall the seats. And one nice thing is factory seats still work good. You can run any aftermarket seat that you want. Another nice option is that the factory door bar is still able to be used. So if you choose, you like having the door bar, it still goes in place and the door will close. And so now I'll point out some of the features that we've added, after hindsight and other doors that are on the market. We've been able to address some of the issues that people have had. We'll go over some of the key points of what makes our door an excellent quality choice for your RZR. One of the key things is our pivot point. One nice thing is that it's totally rebuildable. It's very simple, but we use brass washers in here, so they're a wear item. If you, for some reason, wore them out, you'd have to be opening these doors quite a bit. But we can, put the new parts in, and you're good to go. Another nice thing is our gas strut. We used a good, high-quality gas strut, so your door has a real nice, consistent opening. It's not jerky. It's nice and smooth, and give you many good years of service. Also included in your kit is this nylon strap, if you so choose to use it. Bolts in place, gives you a nice place to grab, pull your door down. If you're shorter, gives you good access, and also if your door panel is hot for some reason, gives you a good, easy place to grab. Another nice feature, this actually is kind of crazy, but it gives you shade. So if you're out in the desert, or someplace you want to pop your seat out, sit in the shade, have your lunch, another place to hang out. Our bear claw latch, super heavy duty. From the automotive industry, it's a genuine auto lock bear claw latch. Nice thing about these is that they only need to be within so much alignment. Once they hit the striker, they'll grab it and it'll pull the door right into place. So if it's off a little bit, it'll pull itself right back in every time. That's one thing that makes this a very nice door kit. So another nice thing about our doors is when you open them, they completely get out of your way. You have no obstruction for entering and exiting. You have very easy access to your fuel. You don't have to remove your seat or anything. You also have very good head clearance. When you walk underneath here, you're not going to whack your head on it. We put in a heavy-duty rubber bumper here that's adjustable so that when you close the door, it gives it a nice solid place to close, and then there's no rattle. It's in there nice and tight. And the other nice thing is we've got good clearance all the way around here, so you guys with nice custom paint or even your good factory paint, it doesn't rub or chafe anything. So another great thing about our doors. Another nice feature about our door kit is that it works with the factory Polaris ABS roof, and we also have a Sunbrella canvas removable roof option as well. So now I'll kind of show you, we got good smooth operation, easy entry, even for a big man. Doors pull down nice and tight. So you can see we have good flare here, so you're not catching your elbows or anything. That's flared out there. It's a nice arm rest position. So you have nice, easy access to the handle. Door gets up out of your way. Nice, easy exit. So we've got real nice, solid latches. Open, close, no wiggle, no mess.